He was just a young Latino kid. Growing up, he thought lowriding was all he had. In a world full of hate, racism, and empty pockets, lowriding was theirs. It was something he could point to and say, "This is us." It gave them pride when life didn't hand them much else. But when he was just 7, he saw the cleanest ride he'd ever laid eyes on. Fresh cocaine, white paint shitting in the sun, wheels poking out like they owned the whole street. The car looked alive. He didn't know it then, but he was looking at a piece of Houston history, a slab. Back then, though, stepping into that culture being brown almost felt off limits. Not because of the paint or the wheels, but because of everything they represented. People see the candy, the chrome, and the wheels. They don't see the era that built them. But for the blacks and browns, Houston in the 80s and 90s wasn't just screw music and Sunday rides, much like lowriding. It was neighborhoods trying to survive. It was the crack era. It was hustlers chasing money because there weren't many other doors open. It was mothers praying their sons made it home. It was funerals, prison sentences, and names painted on t-shirts long before social media ever existed. A slab, much like a lowrider, wasn't just transportation. For a lot of people, it was proof they beat the odds at least for another day. Sometimes it came from honest work. Sometimes it came from the streets. But every slab carried a story, and a lot of those stories were written in pain. Then Screw slowed the music down and gave the city a soundtrack that matched how heavy life felt. Every ride became therapy. Every boulevard became a place where people could breathe, even if only for a few miles. Maybe that's why he connected with it so young. He wasn't chasing the image, he was chasing the feeling. The rush he'd got at just 7 years old and seen the tragedy that happened behind these wheels, and still wanted them so bad. He's been through things. He's seen things most people never will. That's why he understands what people mean when they say it gets ugly behind a slab. The wheels were never the dangerous part. It was the life that surrounded them, the hunger, the desperation, the violence, and the choices people were forced to make. But that's also why he respects the culture. Because Houston didn't just create a style, it created a way for people to hold on to their dignity in the middle of chaos. Behind every set of wheels is more than chrome. There's history, there's loss, there's survival. And for some of us, there's a place that finally felt like home no matter the color of skin. Slabs, his city's most dangerous culture.